Hi everyone, Coax117 here with an exciting update for all you Halo Blender artists. I've been hard at work ripping more Halo environments and have set up a couple of new things in them, and I want to run through what's changed since my Halo UNSC asset library. What these libraries do contain are the various structural and decorative elements of these levels. Hallways, rooms, doors, lights, and much more. I've gone through the effort of separating out meshes to create modular segments, so you can really make any environment you want. It's like Halo Forge, but in Blender. These assets were ripped using tools such as Reclaimer, Crab Tool, and Foundry to import them into Blender and get the shader set up. So all credit for that goes to Plastered Crab, Surasia, Gravemind, and Crisp for those. Special shout out to Drake and Warlord for helping me out with Foundry. To set up these libraries, you'll start by downloading the asset pack via the Google Drive link. Unzip the contents to the location where you want to store your asset libraries. Make sure all contents, the blend, textures folder, and text files are included. Open up Blender, navigate to the top and click on Edit. Go to the bottom and click on Preferences. On the left, click on File Paths. Next, scroll down until you reach Asset Libraries. Click the plus icon and navigate to the folder where the blend file is. Click Accept. For import method, I recommend choosing Append. This will allow you to fully utilize the modular capabilities of the assets, which I will go over in more detail later. If you don't want to append, you can use Pack or Link depending on your needs. It'll still work just fine. Once your preferences have been saved, you can change one of your windows to an asset library. Then you can click on the dropdown to select the library you want to use. From here, you can use the side panels if you wish to filter the assets based on their categories. I did my best to name these as logically as I could. Simply select an asset you want and drag it into the viewport. If you're using the append import method, you'll notice the collections on the right. All of my assets are either parented to an empty or an armature. This is to help control origin points, making it easier to place items in a scene modularly. By default, the collections for the meshes themselves cannot be selected, only the empties and the lights. Lights are locked in position, so if you wish to move them, you will have to unlock them. Same goes for enabling the collections. Unless you are wanting to edit the meshes or shaders, you shouldn't need to mess with these that much. The append method is meant so that you can still select some of the individual components of the asset within the collection. This is for instances like modular hallway segments. It is really easy to snap these segments together. You simply select the parent of the object you wish to move and the empty helper and click Snap to Active. I recommend having a keyboard shortcut for this. These helpers cannot be moved by default, just selected for snapping purposes. But by using this, you can create some really fun environments such as infinity hallways. If for any reason you want to move an asset from a different spot, you need to reparent the meshes and helpers to that new empty. Extra work, but plenty of versatility. 90% of my assets will have lights built in when relevant. These were added in manually by me, referencing lights exported with the ripping tools, but mainly gauging by hand via the game itself for their intensity and color. These lights I would consider starting points for your scenes. They give enough light to start, but I recommend adjusting it and adding your own to get the look you want and finish it up with compositing. For example, here are some renders comparing the default lighting I included versus what I added in personally. All the lights within the asset libraries are instanced, so if you ever want to globally edit them, you can go into the blend file and edit those parameters. Beyond that, if you notice an issue, the best place to reach out to me is on the Halo Archive Discord server where I share all my work. Make sure to tag me in anything you make, as I always love seeing these libraries getting used. That's all for now. Peace.